techniques against that foe. This looks interesting. The dark grows more oppressive beyond.
Is that I will not see my home.
What's that?
Forgive me, my brothers. I take our dreams now to my grave.
A walking dead there!
It does not seem...
I'm coming!
Show a past which is not my own. I recall fighting. I was in the service of a great warrior, and together we overcame many trials. Her ill-deserved end was a crushing blow to me as well. My soul was shattered, much as I then came to shatter his. What recollections I have seem so vivid, and yet all else beyond them is a haze.
Now choose. Stand against me, or speak your wish. Offer your beloved in forfeit, and I shall see your will done.
Choose? How am I to choose? No matter my answer, the price is death! A hollow choice! Who am I to stand as arbiter of two lives? What would you have me do? You brought me here. If this be the will of the gods, the order of the world, then damn the lot of them! I'll tear the whole of it asunder!
We may not be alone.
Very well. If that be your wish, I shall claim my price.
I'll take that.
Stop! No!
Are those the soldiers that guard this place?
Attack! Hold it!
Using bait. an unexpected sight. This looks interesting.
You have been chosen. So saying, the worm prized the heart from my breast. I was made Arisen, known to the dragon, and bound to hunt it. It is a fate I embrace. What use have I for a heart left hollow? In a world without sweet Grete, my mentor, my mother, my beloved. I live only to see the dragon that claimed her slain. I will see its scaly hide stripped from bone by my hands ere I rest. Arisen, bearer of the dragon's mark, undying corpse, enjoined to make your will manifest. If my voice reaches you, heed me well. The Arisen, the Seneschal, the whole cursed world, all is but an illusion. A meaningless refrain, a hollow echo. What sense is there in giving one's life for these falsehoods? I damn them all.
Stripped of its people, this place feels...
And I will not cease in my destruction until the last senseless cycle is broken, the last god rent to dust.
I feel it in the marrow of my bones. Some force beckons me beyond. I will make for it, though my body fail along the way.
Such a grand door gives one pause.
I have raised and wrought destruction. Naught shall remain. Reflect the folly of the spotted being to the void. Naught shall remain.
I'll grab it! Take the chance to attack!
Molten and be gone.
You've met him.
I'll grab it! Take the chance to attack!
He was my master, although it was 100 lifetimes past. When he came to face the dragon, he was given a choice too hard. too cruel to make. He could live with neither answer, and so he offered only a curse in reply. Those words saw him become the monster he is now. In granting him the cursed form he chose, the worm had held to its bargain, and I was the price.
I'll steal it and strike from above!
I was his pawn, and his beloved besides.
I'll grab it! Take the chance to attack!
Please, you must free him. Let your iron will be as a hammer to shatter the bonds of hate that keep him here. And if freedom's beyond his reach, pray offer him at least a peaceful end.
God is tight!
I beg you to help him.
Its head is vulnerable!
Let your will prove the stronger and crush the bonds of enmity that hold him. His soul has been a slave too long. Pray, bring his suffering to a merciful end.
Still-hearted kinsman, you have my thanks. To destroy is simpler than to create, and harder still is to see aught to fruition, to end it rightly. The infinite chain is yours, Arisen, to grant measure, to give what shape you will. And I, at last, can step beyond its span. My Greta, dearest Aura.
This object is cursed.
We'll know naught of this item till its curse is undone.
I fancied myself a strong man. Strong enough to protect someone. Strong enough to love someone. I longed to prove it. To myself as much as any other. Longed to show that I could give aught back and not simply take. And yet, in that moment, I chose to cast it all away. Though I cursed the world, what was writ true in my soul was an apology to you and our master who fostered a soul within you.
You have not left to prove, my sweet, for I have known your love, and know it still. I have e'er wished nothing more than to share in your world, be it within the endless chain or beyond. Let us find our place together.
Sent our host to his grave, have you? Remind me never to cross you. Still, seems these walls aren't about to come crumbling down for want of his presence. Mayhap they've taken root one material plane. 'Tis idle conjecture, and a precious one.
I feel as if freshly awakened from some long dream. Yet I heard clear each word exchanged between you and the one who possessed me. I remember them still. That woman. She too was named Ulra. Perhaps it was that chance bond that led her spirit to me. And through me she called to you, to one whose strength of will outmatched the master of this place. Arisen or no, my own will seems a guttering candle to your sun. I shall remain here a while, I think, to contemplate the meaning of our meeting here.
The Duke's burden is great. Between his duties as sovereign and the world.
Now, to the sky!
How do we fight such a thing?
You'll get nowhere while it's aloft! There, Master! Harpies! Find an opening, then strike. The disquiet in my breast will not calm. The captain is fallen. Arisen. Grand Sorin is... The captain is fallen. I've never seen such an ill omen.
Well met, Arisen. We've been awaiting your return. Waste no time on us, sir. The Duke awaits. I fear for the others in the castle besides. Though 'tis small mercy to be spared, only to face this world. Perhaps we'll all be wishing the earth devoured us ere long.
You met with the dragon. And don't think for a minute I don't know what you did then. I of all men. No human hands could fell that beast! No. You took the dragon's bargain! You conspired with it to wither me and usurp my seat as Duke! But you'll not be quit of me so easily! age, nor the sting of death, while the dragon yet possessed. But you!
Your Grace? What devilry is at work here?
Devilry indeed. And high treason. This brigand has joined a covenant with the dragon and struck me with a curse. He will tell you the beast is dead. Lies! He has become its minion, spreading evil upon this land as upon its ruler. Just look upon the hellish wall that gapes where once our city stood, and tell me this is not the work of the dragon's dark magic? Seize this traitor at once!
Out of deference to the office of Arisen. But you have shown your true colours, sir. You are a traitor to the Duke and to us all.
I'll strike from the rear.
But this broke the claim, men. His grace commands the Arisen's captain, dead or alive.
After a grand strike. Find an opening and strike.
They have us in numbers. We must away.
There's a truth you'll find staring back from this world's utmost depths.
If you would heed my call, prove now your worth. Show that you've the strength to break the yoke that binds you.
I would ask aught of you, Arisen. Please, take this. My mistress gathered their like as she sought her way through the depths. She died as she was done. If you would take up her task, pray bring them here to me. I trust that you will see my mistress' will done. I shall await you further on. Yes, at last. At last you've gathered the whole of them. With them, you can summon forth a rift of considerable power. This rift, born of the Wakestone's power, will guide you forward, Arisen. I fear there will be no returning to this place. Are you prepared to journey on? End this, Arisen. May the world be put right by your hand.
Well met, Arisen. I'll not waste time on rhetoric. Defeat me, and take my place as keeper of this world. You saw it awaiting you at the end of your descent. Aye, the same world you've traveled to arrive at this place. A world you may well now inherit. It is a simple proposition, no different than any you've faced. You need only the will to claim what is offered you. The will to survive.
Yes, fight, Arisen, as you e'er have fought in coming here. What is it that impels you? What force spurs you on? What sustained your wanderings and led you here? I ask, what is it that makes you alive? 'Tis volition, unbending will. You are here because you willed it, Arisen. That alone has brought you here.
Consider the infinite potential. Just as you call forth forms, so I command all life into existence. Call it divine creation if you must, but expect none of the mercy men seek in their gods. This is cold truth, the unbending reality of a world without compassion. The world and all its denizens are but empty vessels. In that regard, no different than the pawns. Without volition, there is no true life. The world falls stagnant, dead as an ocean with no current to guide it. That volition is tempered by the struggle for survival. The decision, just like yours, to fight. Just as the pawns need a master's command, so the world thirsts for the will to live.
Continue. Show that you are more than an empty vessel, animated by forces unseen. Show that the temper of your soul is strong enough to command far more than mere force. Show that your will is fit to bind the fraying circle of this world and hold it fast. Fight tooth and claw. Struggle now and cling to life. Show that living holds worth enough to fight for.
It is time to decide. Will you claim your right as Arisen? Or shrug the burden and seek peace in oblivion? Just so. One foot after the next, come what may. That is what it means to live. Turn back now, and I will grant you a merciful death. The choice is yours, Arisen. Yours alone.
'Tis a simple choice, Arisen. Step forward or retreat. Accept the quiet emptiness of a false peace, a false life.
Put an end to it. Praises of the quiet life are sung far too infrequent. That's a mite harsh, aye? Ever the noble one, you.
There is naught to be gained from my words now. Indeed, heed no voice but your own.
You're not without a home to return to. Why? What is it drives you so?
An honor for one of my stature.
Why this hesitation, sir? You've aught to protect, do you not? This is your answer, then.
You seemed ever like to leave for someone I could not follow. But I has destiny. Be at the side of those I love. Only Everest.
You are close now. So very close to me.
Come, Arisen. I shall meet you on your own terms, joined by my own companions of old. You stand now at its end, Arisen. See your journey through.
Fight that knows no end. It repeats upon itself, and all the world repeat with it. So the cycle continues, forever and ever and ever.
Now, attack the seneschal!
Arisen, forgive me. All I've done was to test your will. It is the fate of all Arisen. You and I are swept up in the current, same as the rest. Each tempers the volition of the next, and the endless cycle continues. And so, until the coming of a new soul fit to craft the will to live, someone like you. Until that day, may you guide the world ever justly. I present you with the Godsbane Blade. Those who arise to oversee this world are undying, save by this brand's kiss. I ask that you, as the world's new seneschal, use it now to vouchsafe freedom to your weary servant.
Open your eyes!
Thank you. I'd given up hope of seeing you again, in any form. It's clear that forces beyond my ken are at work here. But I'll ask no questions. Not today.